Was there ever a moment in the beginning, maybe an action you did or something took place that you realized that you were deep in it? Or did it just progress naturally? And
it just progressed, man. I tell people, when you're a criminal, you start graduating to bigger crimes because it starts to become easier. You learn to be a criminal. You learn to steal. You learn to shoot guns. You learn different things, and it almost, like I say, you become numb to it. So you start to do it without even thinking about the consequences. I mean, we would go out looking for gang members just to go do some damage, We would walk around with guns on us, and we call it, pulling marches. Everybody would just walk with guns on them, and that's how it is in Chicago. It was just gang banging 24/7.
Did you have any moral code? Was there anything that was crossing the line for you as far as that gang life, or were you?
I had some codes, no women, no children. I hate drive-bys. I always thought it was like stupid. Like, if you were gonna go do something, go do it to that person. Don't. I know it sounds crazy to have, I guess, code, but to not kill somebody doesn't have nothing to do with what we're doing. So I guess you could say I had some codes in my life.
So, how did it progress from what you were doing in Chicago to ending up in Mexico once again, but in a different situation?
So I had a friend. Her name is Valerie, and she was like a sister to me. She knew that I was always on the streets. She knew I was always homeless. She knew I was always hungry. I was that kid, and she always, I guess you could say, try to help me out in her own way. Yeah, it was, delivering drugs or doing criminal activities, but, she got me a job. And she's the one that got me the job to go work for a family in Mexico that, later progressed into something bigger.
And so you were happy at that opportunity?
I was very much, because I figured that I was going to be the next El Chapo, like I was gonna be somebody in life.
Ambitious.
Yeah. I wanted it all.
So what were the opportunities that she brought to the table for you?
I mean, I always tell people I was 16 years old making, 12 grand, 10 grand, 20 here, 30 there. I mean, it changed me. And I thought that I had found the answer to life. Money fixes everything, even my pain. So I started getting deeper into it, and, I started doing my little, just winning people over. I won some of the people over in Mexico, the families, and I started getting more into, working pretty much full time for them, and just getting my cut and just staying in there. I wanted to learn everything that they were doing, because I wanted to do it, but better.
So how did you end up in the Mexico prison?
I started running cars for a family in Mexico, making sure that the cars were leaving the city, getting to Chicago, getting the tanks off. I guess you could say like a manager. Managing everything, the money and stuff like that. And on my last trip, I got caught by the military, and I ended up in prison in Mexico.
What was your first impressions of the prison in Mexico walking in?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified when I walked in. I played it off like I wasn't, but I was truly scared, because it was bad. Those horror stories that you hear about Mexican prisons, they're true. They're true. It's real prison over there. It's not the United States. It's not a 5-star hotel. You don't get 3 meals in a bunk. It doesn't work like that over there.
And you had an altercation just walking in the door, correct?
As soon as I came in, somebody wanted my shoes. You know, that's how it works over there. When the people that are really poor, they wait for all the new guys at the door, and as soon as the new guys come in, you know, they stab them and take their stuff. And that's just how it is over there. It's just survival of the fittest.